Welcome to Ultra Friends Radio. I am here with Manthony. How are you doing, Manthony?
I'm good. Just enjoying the day and getting ready for our upcoming event.
Right. We got a lot to talk about. Where do you want to start? I guess we'll start at what's coming up.
Yeah, let's start with what's coming up. So this coming weekend, we have what's called the Wild Area event. Now, last week they had like their ticketed at I forget where it was at now. I think it was in Japan, but now they're gonna have the global Wild Area, which is for everybody.
Right.
And the theme is mostly centered around fairy and dark type Pokemon, specifically about a new Pokemon coming to Pokemon Go, Impidimp, and its evolution line, which is also more grim, and their final form, Grimmsnarl, which has a debuting Gigantamax form in Pokemon Go. And I gotta say, this guy's pretty sick. He's so cool. He's like a very hairy ogre, but like he looks so cool. And there's just so much to talk about. Okay,
Yeah, the
let's settle down
Gmax,
a little bit.
the Gmax might be my favorite. I do like a few others like Snorlax, but Grimmsnarl's Gmax is pretty cool. So you and I both played the wild area last year. Last year was the first time, and for those people that don't know, this is kind of like another Go Fest. Like it's a
Yeah,
big deal.
it's like Go Fest, but in the fall. Go Fest normally takes place around mid or early summer, but now we're like in like the actual middle of fall. So this is a good time to have like another big event, and it's it doesn't really interfere with holiday stuff right now because that's afterwards. But like this is
Yeah.
still a good opportunity to get some really good Pokemon, or just get some Pokemon maybe you haven't quite filled out on your decks, or you just what, I need a little bit better ones
Right, and
because.
there's some regionals that we don't get access to that we will this wild area. What was your experience last year?
Let me tell you, I kind of popped off a little bit because they introduced what's called Mighty Pokemon, and so they're basically just the regular Pokemon that can be shiny, and they're fully evolved, and their stats are they're among the higher stats. Like the what we call floor for Mighty Pokemon would be a stat of 13, 13, 13. So like even though it's the floor, it's not that bad stat
Right.
wise. And
And the levels are up. They're
mhm,
not level 20s. They're good, useful Pokemon immediately.
they're ready to go for raids. They're ready to go for trainer battles. If you need to alter them, you can, but you don't really need to.
They are worth months of grinding for
Hmm.
a regular. Like if you got a really good Larvitar and you need to get it up to Tyranitar and you want it good, this one will cut months of your grinding out because it's ready to go.
No bottle cap required.
Right. Right. It's ready to go once you catch it. And you should try to catch it in Safari Balls. That was something else
Yes.
that was added last year as well.
Yes.
Those
So
do make it a little easier to catch those.
yeah. So in the wild area, you kind of have to use Safari balls on the mighty Pokemon because they are difficult to catch if you're just using the regular Pokeballs. Even if you use an Ultra Ball with the Golden Raspberry, it's a difficult catch. And they also tend to kind of flee more easily if you use the regular Pokeballs. So Safari balls, you're gonna get a set mount. You will only be able to use them for the event, but they're still good. And also, if you find a cool Pokemon, do you know how much of a flex it is to catch it in a unique Pokeball? The Safari Balls were so cool. Like during last year's event, I caught a Galarian Moltres in a Safari Ball.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
a
know how
that
hard the Galarian birds are hard to catch.
yeah, that's a flex right there for sure. So there's quite a few Pokemon that are going to come up. I guess we should also explain that much like GoFest, the habitats are going to change. They're going to be rotating.
Yes.
And from my understanding, this particular wild area is going to be fairy and dark, which line up perfectly with Grimmsnarl, and they're going to be rotating. And
Yeah.
so another thing that people should keep a lookout, especially if you're a newer player, is the lake Pokemon are going to be out. So
Yes. The Lake Trio of UC, Mesper, and Azelf, they're kind of the ones that help, the all the god Pokemon keep balance to an extent. Um,
and so they're regional, and so every once in a while they release them in raids. They do from my understanding, pop up randomly. I've caught a few in the wild, just for no reason.
Some of them appear in routes as well,
Mm. So
but
this would be a good time to get them.
yeah.
I guess is my
Yeah, especially since on our side, we normally only get Azelf because that's the region it's locked to, the area of the world it's locked to. So getting the opportunity for Yuxi and Mesprit, and they're all available shiny.
right. Yeah. It also looks like Hatterene is going to be shiny. I think that's for the
Yes.
first time.
Yes, so Hatteran's shiny and it's a whole evolution line. Their shinies are debuting during the wild area event. And Grimmsnarl, the new Pokemon coming, its shiny is also being released. So not only is it debuting, its shiny is released, and Gigantamax Grimmsnarl is also going to be available in these raids.
Yeah, very cool. Another one that I'm seeing on the 5K eggs, you're going to get the opportunity to catch a Mime Junior. If you buy the ticket, is increased shiny chances. Your max particle limit goes up to 3,200. Get more max particles for each place. 3/4 max particle costs for upgrading max move. That's going to be something I'm taking advantage of.
Hmm.
6 free raid passes, double candy for catching Pokemon, increased chance for 5K eggs, and half the distance for the eggs. Lure modules are going to be 2 hours, and you will get 6 surprise encounters. That's a lot of stuff.
Yep.
And it goes from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday.
Hmm.
On Saturday, Shadow Cresselia is coming out. And then on Sunday, Shadow Darkrai, which can be shiny, which
Yep.
is going to be pretty cool. Let's see. Also, Clefairy is going to be released here. It's a regional. That's actually a useful Pokemon. We talked about that before we got on air. What other things do you think people should know going in?
Definitely the regionals, which from what I can see for now, it's just the Lake Trio and then Klefki as the only Pokemon that are from oh, and Mime Junior. Those are the only ones that can be regional because just about every other Pokemon has been released, or you can encounter them normally. Unknown is back. Unknown's kind of
Right.
been staple amongst these different events. The ones that are going to be out this weekend is going to be the ones that spell wild, so WIL and D, all of which can be shiny. I think the
Right.
W might be a new shiny, but the fact you can find them, if you
Right.
can, unknown's really hard to find shiny. So I would not put so much work into shiny hunting unknown, but if you find it cool, cool. Like last year, I think I got one or two or something like that. I might be misremembering, thinking of Go Fest, but I
Are
have
you
gotten shiny
talking
unknown
about
before.
shinies? You got one
Yeah,
or two shinies?
yeah. Well, no, 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 not one or two shinies total, just one or two shiny unknown.
Well, that's what I mean.
Specifically
That
unknown.
that
But I think
seems
I
like a
might be
lot.
thinking I'm thinking of I might be thinking of Go Fest, not the wild area. Wild area, I did get some pretty good luck. I got a shiny Tyrantrum, and it was one of the mighty Pokemon there.
Nice. Yeah, you are real hot and cold when we play together. You either
Yeah,
have a
yeah.
terrible day or an amazing day. It's kind of
Well,
wild.
yeah, well, here's the thing, I think I got the Tyrantrum last year, and then when the hour changed, people were getting, like, Electabuzz or Electivire shiny. I'm like, "Whoa, I could have had that." But you know what, Tyrantrum, I like the shiny of that one, so, like, I'm not too disappointed at getting that. And then I think probably one of my highlights in addition to getting the Moltres in the Safari Ball, the group was reporting a Hundo Poliwrath. I sped walk to that because I can't run, but I
Same.
sped walk to it. On the way to go get that Poliwrath, I spawned a second one off my incense, and I still managed to catch the other Poliwrath. So I got two Hundo Poliwraths back to back,
Wow. I think I
basically.
remember that. I think I remember that happening.
Tired. My
We
legs
have a
hurt.
really cool group. Yeah, we have a really cool group when we play at TSC with the Brownsville Slowpoke Raiders. Look for us on Campfire because people will use the effects. Like we'll have one or two people looking deep, finding things that we all run to.
Mhm.
And so while some of us are slowing time, some of us are expanding space, and we work together and we accomplish some really cool stuff. I think that's how people saw that Polyrath that you were talking about. They had
Yeah.
expanded the space and they saw something really far away that we all ran to. I actually don't think I got that one, but it is a pretty
Oh, I
cool
missed
group.
some. I missed a
Yeah.
Dragonite. I'm like, "Where is it?" I spent forever trying to find it, like, could not find it. No, wait. No, I did find it. I think I did find it, but it ran away.
I missed a Scrappy that was a hundo a couple days ago um
Oh, no.
at the college somebody found and I missed it. There was another one that I was going to say that we should keep an eye out for. Dreepy is going to be out, and that is a Pokemon we really, I mean, it's out, but we don't get a ton of them. And so to be able to get enough to evolve it, because it takes 400 candies, will be nice. So that's another one. I'm looking what other ones to look out for.
Zora is back. I know we just had it during the Halloween event, but like, Zora's still a cool Pokemon. You see, I
Yeah,
think
and
it's
it's
just
got
the
2 different types, and they're both shiny, so that's a good one.
it's just the original one. It's not the Hisuian one that's out.
Oh, okay.
So it's just gonna be the dark type one, but still, it's
Oh,
shiny.
that's
It's nice.
yeah.
It's
Yeah, and I will tell you this as a person who is now on level 71, if
congratulations.
you're trying to get past 70 and you want to kind of get your nice throws, make your buddy a Pokemon with a humongous circle that you can get your nice throws. That's what I did during Halloween, and I made it, what's his name?
Florges,
Yes, Florges. And so him, for us down here, we have Heracross. I think Pinsir would be a good one. Chansey would be a good one.
Snorlax.
Snorlax would be a good one. And so pick a buddy that's easy to catch and to get the nice throws. And then
Honestly,
for
the big
me,
legendaries like Groudon or Palkia, like just a big legendary.
that might even be a better idea because, like with Chansey, for example, he's going to be out. So
Mhm.
maybe you don't realize that that's your buddy. You know what I mean? Unless it's shiny or something or in a
Yeah.
costume. But that's happened to me where I've had a common buddy just because it's a hundo and I'm trying to get it buddy and didn't realize that it was a Zora until
Yeah.
I caught it. And that's kind of a weird feeling for me.
That's what I would recommend. Like if you're gonna be hunting down Zora, I would choose a buddy that's not gonna be in the event. That way, at least you know, okay, that's probably a Zora because Zora matches your current buddy. And if you have one that's spawning in the air from in the event, it's gonna make it a lot more difficult to determine if that's a Zora or not.
Yeah, so having a shiny is an easy one because they don't show on the screen shiny. And then obviously legendaries rarely, unless they're like the Galarian birds or something on a route. But
Yeah.
I had when I forgot what I needed something with Zora and I made my armored Mewtwo because he's never showed up in the wild. And that
He never will show up in the
yeah,
wild.
yeah, and that was kind of a weird when I would forget sometimes who my buddy was, and then wow, what? And then oh yeah, and then what else? So we're gonna be doing raids, Grimmsnarl. We talked about this before we went on air. We're both thinking Metagross with Meteor Mash, right?
Bullet punch for the fast move.
Mm, okay,
And then
yeah, but
Excadrill, maybe?
I'm really surprised at how useful Excadrill has been lately. I've used him in my max raids all of the time.
He's
Like
so
it's
good.
almost like I might have to like really bulk up one. What else are you looking forward to, Anthony, with the wild area? You talked about the safari balls and the unique Pokemon. We're going to be raiding, of course.
Yeah. We mentioned this a little before on, but the Shadow Raids, Saturday's gonna be Shadow Cresselia, and Sunday will be Shadow Darkrai. For a little bit of a lore drop, Cresselia is a Pokemon who basically counteracts Darkrai, since Darkrai's whole thing is consuming nightmares or making people experience nightmares to where they can't sleep. Cresselia has the power to uh cancel that out. And they're
So
both gonna be shiny, and I do think Cresselia's shiny looks a little bit better than Darkrai's, but I do have a soft spot for Darkrai since his shiny was my first Shundo. So I have a little bit of a soft spot for that.
he's just a cool Pokemon.
He is cool.
I don't
He,
think his shiny's that great because it's just a shade of his regular color,
yeah,
but
like
he's a cool Pokemon.
he is cool. Another Pokemon's coming in the raids is going to be this costume one, the Wilderness Cape Beware. So it's kind of like the Snorlax from last year. Snorlax had like a biker jacket in these 3-star raids, but for this one, it's going to be the Wilderness Cape Beware, and I believe it's going to have its Calm Day move when you catch it.
Okay.
So Beware's another Pokemon that it takes 400 candies to evolve. So this is an easy way to fill out the decks. Plus, you get a decently looking Pokemon, and it can be shiny. Now, Beware Shiny is very subtle. It's it has a pink head, so when it turns shiny, it's more like an orangey yellow color. But still, free shiny. And if you need the Beware for your Pokedex, got that filled out too.
Right.
Now, Beware will be in like the ticketed research as well, but that's only one. At least in raids, you get multiple opportunities to catch it.
Yeah. And
And
a
another
chance for a good
thing,
one.
some of the Pokemon that are going to be available, if you evolve them, they'll get their Comday move. Like Galarian Rapidash will get Wild Charge. Gardevoir is going to get Synchronized. Garchomp is Earth Power. Okay, this was so Beware. If you evolve it or catch the one in the raids, it will have Drain Punch, which is super good. And then Meowscarada, who is one of the mighty Pokemon coming to the event, they will get Frenzy Plant.
And I see Absol. Did you say that already with Brutal Swing?
No, I didn't. Brutal Swing's just a good move. So yeah, Absol will get Brutal Swing. So it's got a really good hard hitting move, and it charges up really fast because it's on Hydreigon as a Comday move, and that charges up really quick.
Yeah. The other
And
thing
then
for newbie players, since there's going to be so many of us, which GMAX have we done that took the most people? Or maybe which ones are the most people showed up? I'm thinking like Machamp was a big one.
I would say probably the first time we did it, which was the Kanto starters, but that was when it was just barely starting. Now everyone has Pokemon that are a little more better equipped for these challenges.
Yeah, so when it first started, even those of us, like you and I and our friends that are really good fighters, we struggled in the beginning because we didn't have good counters at the beginning. And so we
Yeah.
kind of have a good arsenal now. And so my point is like when we fought Machamp, for example, man, we needed like 80 people, felt like. And not everybody in that group are high level people. We had some
No.
20s, 16s or whatever, but they still get the Machamp or at least a chance
Yeah.
to catch him, right? And
Yeah.
so this is a really good thing to show up to and be a part of the community, but also have a chance because there's no way, even you and I who are really good players and we understand the game, we're
Mhm.
not taking down a GMAX by ourselves.
No.
Even you and I, if we showed up at a GMAX together with our
Mhm.
strongest Pokemon and we're given the max of whatever they were, we're
Yeah.
not beating it. We need a
No.
team. And
Not
so,
by ourselves,
no.
but
And I mean,
that
I've
number has
tried.
gotten lower as we've progressed. Because like, I remember, for a lot of these, we could not do it without the max number of people. Now we can do it with maybe at least half the max number of
I've
people.
beaten some GMAX with 20, I think.
Mhm.
Still a pretty big team. And
Yeah.
in our group, the people that meet with the Slowpokes and the Browns villains, we have amazing players showing up. And to ride their curtails a little bit, if you're a newbie player, right? Squeeze in there, help out a little bit, but you get a chance to get these really cool Pokemon, like a
That
Shadow
can be
Darkrai.
shiny.
Because
That
a
can be
Shadow
shiny.
Darkrai, I would love to trade it to you. We just can't trade shadows.
You can't
You
trade
have to
shadows.
show up and you have to do it, right? And so this is a good one to help with that. Anything else?
Just on a slight note on the raids, like even if you like your team completely wipes out and you can't go on, like in the Dynamax Gigantamax raids, even if your team's completely wiped out, do not leave the raid until it ends because you still have that opportunity to catch it. Is like what we were saying. You still have the opportunity to catch it even if your team's completely down. What you do is you keep cheering because
Right.
every amount of cheering helps the rest of the players that are still alive. Um, and it
That's
charges
some
up
good
their
advice.
Dynamax faster. Um, and it gives them the opportunity to keep hitting the big moves, keep hitting the big moves, heal, get shields up, hit the big moves. Just keep cheering for until the timer runs out or until all our Pokemon are down.
That's kind of the beauty of this game, right? And there's been moments in the not I don't think I've done it in Gmax, but in the Dynamax where there's only been one person at the very end that's
Hmm.
fighting and everybody else is out and they've won at the very end with very little health and everybody got that Pokemon. And it's kind of the beauty of this game is that you're almost never out. For those of us that do PvP, I have brought in my Pokemon, got one hit, brought in my next Pokemon, got one hit, and then my third Pokemon just happened to type match with their team perfectly, and I've run the table and beat them. Like, that's kind of why we're addicted to this game, right? Like, this stuff happens where you're
Moments like
just
the
like,
moments like the
what?
reverse sweep, like, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so that's kind of why we love this game, right? It keeps us coming back because you're never really out until you're out. And so I think that was good advice. Is there anything else that you can think that people need to know? Clear your bags, save up some balls and your golden raspberries, get your walking shoes ready.
Yeah, if you're gonna be there the all day, bring water.
Yeah,
Come fed. You can go take a break for lunch later, but come fed, bring water, and if you wanna have, like, a little bit of a better shot, join a party or start a party because
right.
those do give you bonuses. You do some tasks, you can collect on, like, bonuses or encounters and stuff like that, but, like, it also boosts friendships among players, and, you get, like, a if we're doing shadow raids, honestly, the party power is almost more valuable than the shadow stones, the shards that are supposed to reduce the rage of the shadow Pokemon because about halfway they will become enraged and they hit a lot harder and they're taking less damage. The party power
Yeah,
almost ensures you will have a boosted move when you attack, and you can that
yeah,
refills automatically. You don't have to set limit on party power.
yeah,
Whereas with the
yeah.
gems,
That's a good idea. And then
yeah, with the gems you can each player can
also,
only use
Wh
5.
right, and the other thing too, for people like me that have been playing forever, I have, like, 100 and something star pieces, lures, incense, like, I have everything. We can share it, and so
Yeah.
if you're an expert player like I am and like you are, and you're helping somebody up, join one of us, and we'll share our stuff if we can, and everybody benefits, right? It's kinda what's great about this. I think that's another good piece of advice. Anything else?
We're gonna be at TSC in Brownsville. That's where we normally meet up. We're gonna be there. It is scheduled for both days, Saturday and Sunday. So from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. both days. You don't have to go for the full time if you don't want to, or if you're not able to. That's fine. Feel free to come by when you can. If you need to take off, take off. If you need to come back later, feel free to come back later. And yeah, reach out to the groups on Campfire. That's where you can find us. That's where you can find the ambassadors. Now, usually the ambassadors will have some type of raffle type of thing. Like they'll give away like small prizes and like it'll be like a pack of cards, one of these hats, pins,
Mhm.
keychains, plushies, just whatever prizes they have available to raffle off. And it feels good to win. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that kind of leads me into a bit of an announcement that I have. You were talking about campfire and so forth, and I have recently been accepted as the co-ambassador for the Brownsville Slowpoke Raiders, which I'm
That's
very excited about.
awesome.
Yeah, and so
Congratulations. I'm sorry, I'm holding
thank
my
you,
phone
thank
so I
you.
can't clap.
So Steph has done a great job of building this group. It is
Mhm.
already a big and established group. You and I have been members in this group for a very long time.
Long time.
I do think, along with the Browns villains, we have some amazing Pokemon players in this community because we work together. It's two groups, but kind of really one group, right? Because I think we're both in both groups, right? Am I right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am.
I'm in both groups as well. And so I just happen to be the co-community ambassador to the Slowpokes.
Mhm.
And so what I'm hoping to bring with this, I'm going to try to get some of the inside information that I'm already getting as a co-ambassador to share on our podcast. So a little bit of the inside lane, I guess. And then hopefully bring the socials up, get a bigger community. Like I said, Steph has already done an amazing job. And I have talked to her already. I'm meeting her later today as well. And she is doing raffles on this wild area. A little addition to what I was going to say, or add to what your suggestion was about the wild area,
Mhm.
is it's a really long day. For those of us who remember the old community days, it's kind of like that. You can
Yeah.
get a full experience playing 2 hours. If you play hardcore for 2 hours, you get the whole thing. You can do everything in 2 hours. And so if it's hot, I don't know if it's going to be hot or not, but Bring water. That's another good piece of advice. I think I'm going to take an ice chest and have it in my car like I've done before, because it
It's
does
not a
get
bad
a
idea.
little bit hot. It gets a little bit hot sometimes, even just because we're walking around so much.
Yeah.
But I am so looking forward to it, and I know you are too. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we go?
No, I think we pretty much covered it. Yeah, I don't have anything else. I'm good from here. Yeah,
Well, it
that's
was
about
good talking to you, Anthony. Hopefully, we can keep this up. I know that we both have had a lot on our plate, and so our posts
yeah.
have been a little sporadic, but hopefully, we can get on board and get this community going, like I said. So I will see you. I don't know if you're going tonight, but I'm going from 6 to 7 for raid hour. And if not, for sure, I will see you tomorrow. Anthony, it was good talking to you. You all be safe there and catch everything while you're at it.
Same to you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.